Hi guys, how's it going? Blue here, welcome to Cubeorithms. In this video, we're gonna be unboxing the Meilong 9x9 and the Little Magic 9x9. So the Meilong 9x9 is about $25 and the Little Magic 9x9 is about $35. So we're gonna get into these and see which one is better, which one is more worth your money, and just see if they are good. Let's do this. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So the Meilong 9x9 comes in plastic wrap, thank goodness. And the Little Magic 9x9 also comes in plastic wrap and is significantly bigger and has a pamphlet. Wow. The pamphlet is pretty generic and there's a 5x5 on it. That's nice. All right, out of the plastic wrap. So right off the bat, I think I'm more impressed with the way the Little Magic looks. For an extra 10 bucks, you get an extra 10% size increase. Also, it looks like, yep, the innards are primary plastic and not just stickerless plastic. Gives the cube a little bit of a more premium look. I think that the bigger size makes it look like a bigger, more challenging puzzle, and I like that. Like, yes, they're the exact same, but if I walk across a guy who's solving this compared to this, I think this is gonna turn more heads. That's just my opinion though. I think I also like that the logo is in the corner instead of the middle. Again, it just kind of gives it that it's a big cube kind of a feeling rather than it's a speed cube kind of a feeling. Do you get my drift? Do you see what I'm saying? Enough with just the way that the puzzles look. Let's get into the way that they turn. We'll start with the Meilong. So I'm sure that this is probably gonna feel like all the rest of the Meilongs, probably pretty simple, pretty generic, nothing too special. Okay. Again, pretty consistent throughout all the layers. However, I feel like this is a little bit tighter than the Meilongs normally come, and you can feel a little bit more friction. However, it also feels a little bit more stable that way, so that's nice. Okay, maybe it's a little bit tighter in the middle layers, a little easier to turn on the outsides. It feels like maybe it needs to be broken in a little bit on the insides, but that's not a problem. We can do that. Definitely the small size makes it easy to do finger tricks and speed solve. I wouldn't want to go much bigger than this if I was going for time. Most of the time on cubes this big, especially because it's not a WCA event, I'm not rushing it, I'm just going slow. Remember when I solved the 17x17 in over 10 hours? Yeah, I like to take things a little slow. Let's get on to the Little Magic. Oopa. And I can feel a little bit sweat. That didn't make sense. I can feel a little bit of lubricant on the outside. And if I catch it at the right angle, maybe you can kind of see. There's just a little bit of like residue. That's kind of yuckers. Just on the blue side, I feel attacked. Let's do some turns. What? Wow, this feels really good. This feels really, really good. This does not feel cheap at all. Wow. Holy moly. Okay, corner cutting. It's corner cutting so much. Okay, 2 pieces, almost. It kind of brings the pieces out of alignment, but they snap right back. Piece and a half. Effortless. That takes no force. Okay, and now I made it pop. Let's see how easy this is to get back. Yikes. I think that pop was my own fault. Like, it wasn't going, but I kind of forced it to. Irresponsible. Okay, and now this piece wants to sink deep into the puzzle. Okay, let's just repair this real quick. I might need to tighten it up just a tad. And this piece does not want to go in. The one thing I'm definitely feeling, I don't know, it's not because it's primary plastic, but this plastic quality feels very good. I feel like it's nice and tough, and I'm pressing the pieces in pretty hard, but I do not feel like they're flexing at all. These pieces are robust, so that's really nice to see. But it is taking a reasonably long time to get it all the way back together. That's not good. And there we go. Boom, we're back. Bad news is that it popped and it took a while to put the pieces back in. Good news is that those pieces were nice and tough. Also, good news is that it only popped because I was seriously forcing it. And yep, there was a pretty good amount of factory lube in there. A little bit disappointing, but whatever they're using, it's working because this is turning very, very smoothly. Corner cuts like a champ. It's just amazing, guys. This is taking almost no force to corner cut, and it feels awesome. Straight off the bat, the Little Magic definitely feels a lot more premium than the Meilong. The Meilong feels like a budget cube. This does not feel like a budget cube at all. The color shades, the Little Magic is definitely a lot more bright and glossy. This one has some kind of a standard finish. Yellow, this is definitely brighter. Red, again, definitely brighter, but not as much as yellow. Green, a little bit darker, but more saturated. Orange, more saturated. Blue, pretty much the same. Maybe this one's a little darker. And white is obviously the same. So yeah, basically all of these colors look a little bit brighter and more saturated. These ones are a little more, I don't know. I don't want to say that they're like dull, because they're not. They're pretty bright. But these ones just look more full and more rich. I don't know. They just look nice. We never really got around to testing the corner cutting of the Meilong, did we? Corner cutting, one piece. A little bit past one piece, that takes quite a bit of force, and that took a lot of force. Yikes, only one piece, that's okay. Now, but this is what I'm talking about, okay? This piece is pretty small, and the plastic just feels kinda questionable. Like, I don't really wanna force this too hard, because I don't want it to break. That actually went back in really smoothly though. I'm impressed. I mean, in any case, you should always be careful with your puzzles so that they don't pop, but it's kind of inevitable. If you get a big cube of any kind, there's gonna be some sort of popping happening at some point in the time that you own it. And when that happens, it's good to have it be easy to fix and that the pieces are tough. I think that, this one only one piece popped out and it went right back in, so easy to fix. From the examples in this video, it was the Meilong. But I think that the Little Magic, the pieces were definitely stronger, and I think that I doubt that this one's gonna pop as much as this one. Just because all the Meilongs in the whole series all are pretty uniform, pretty similar, and I can only assume that if the 9x9 is like any of the other ones, it's gonna pop from time to time, but we'll see. Let's mess them up. I have a feeling the Little Magic is gonna look cooler all messed up. I am impressed though. I was thinking with the $10 difference, there really wasn't gonna be that much of a difference in quality, but the Little Magic is significantly better quality all around. The colors look better, the turning feels a lot smoother, and just a lot more premium. Nothing too cheap. It doesn't feel airy or scratchy or frictiony. It just feels really pleasant, really smooth. Yeah, just really good. And all messed up, that looks pretty cool. All the colors are distinguishable and pretty good. Let's mess this baby up. And yeah, with the Meilong, definitely the smaller size is easier to handle. And if I were to go for speed, this is probably what I would go with, but it just doesn't feel quite as nice. It's not quite as fun to turn and to use. And I think that's a big part of it, is that if you're gonna have a big cube that's gonna take you a long time to solve, you want it to feel good. Little Magic definitely feels good, and the Meilong feels good too. This feels really nice, especially for $25 for a 9x9. That is a good deal. This is a big cube for a small price, but it just doesn't quite have the same premium feeling as the Little Magic or as some other more expensive big cubes. I think that's about good. So yeah, I think my verdict is that if you have the extra 10 bucks to spare, definitely do the Little Magic if you can afford it. If you can only get one of the two, certainly go for the Little Magic over the Meilong. This one's just this is just based on first impressions, but this one I am much happier with the way that this one is compared to the Meilong. And if you get both, totally get both. But I would not get both. Spend your extra 25 bucks on a different type of puzzle. But if you're like me and you just collect all of the cubes in the whole universe, then both is fine. I'm a lot happier with the Little Magic. But the Meilong is certainly not garbage. This is definitely a good 9x9. This one's just better and it's more expensive. So that's life. If you are interested in picking up either of these puzzles, be sure to do it from SpeedCubeShop, and don't forget to use the code BLUE at checkout. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!